On a night where Drew McIntyre will defend the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time, we are sold out in Newark, New Jersey for Backlash. And we are kicking things off with United States Championship action with the self-proclaimed face of America, Kevin Owens. And conspicuous by its absence, no United States Championship. Kevin Owens for the past month has been walking around claiming he is the United States Champion. Well, the face of America has been proven to be the fraud of America, because that championship belt, I can confirm, came from WWE Shop.com. That's right. Kevin Owens attempted to pull the wool over everybody's eyes, but all that championship was a replica. But now we get the real thing. The undefeated King of Strong Style, the current reigning and defending United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. And listen to the crowd here in Newark, New Jersey. They are on their feet for the United States Champion. And if you cast your mind back to Survivor Series during the 6-man tag team elimination match between Team Rock and Team Reigns, Kevin Owens attacked Shinsuke Nakamura with an apron powerbomb in hope to put Nakamura out on the sidelines indefinitely. However, Kevin Owens was unsuccessful, and Shinsuke Nakamura returns to in-ring action here tonight at Backlash. Will Kevin Owens be able to turn from the fraud of America to the face of America? We are just moments away from finding out. And if you do want to get involved in our first matchup here this evening, you can do so via social media using the hashtag #USTitle, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Delzinski. Also, prior to Backlash, we had the Backlash kickoff show where the WWE Tag Team Championship was on the line. The Kings of Wrestling, Cassius Ohno and Cesaro, defended the Tag Team Championship against the former champions, the American Alpha. Were Jason Jordan and Chad Gable able to refocus and recapture the gold, or did the Kings of Wrestling retain? You can find out via the link in the description box below for the Backlash kickoff. But don't go anywhere just yet, because we are just getting started. It is absolutely deafening here in Newark for the United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And what's crazy to think is Kevin Owens actually defended that replica championship not once but twice on Monday Night Raw. The first time against Chris Jericho, the second time against the Bulgarian brute Rusev. Well, make no mistakes, that championship is the real thing. And if Kevin Owens can defeat the undefeated Nakamura, he will legitimately become United States Champion. As Shinsuke Nakamura hands over the United States Championship to our official, and the challenger, Kevin Owens, takes a good look at the real thing. So here we go. United States Championship on the line, and Kevin Owens bails out at the first opportunity. And Nakamura having to be restrained by our official. He wants to get his hands on Kevin Owens after that apron powerbomb at Survivor Series. Nearly put Nakamura out indefinitely, which would have meant he would have had to relinquish the United States Championship. Luckily, that didn't happen, but now Kevin Owens, with this stalling tactic, the referee says, get in the ring. And Owens now back up. Come on. On the count of 9. Thank goodness for that. The referee was about to... Oh, God. Are you for real? Nakamura is having to wait, and now, oh no, Kevin Owens. Well, the stall tactics worked. Waited for Nakamura to get impatient. Nakamura went to appreciate the fans here in Newark, and Kevin Owens, sly, snuck back in the ring. Another headlock applied, trying to keep the United States Champion grounded. And Kevin Owens would be wise to do so, because I'm sure that Nakamura wants to kick the teeth of Kevin Owens down his throat. And Owens again, oh for God's sake. Kevin Owens does not want to stand face to face and fight like a man against the United States Champion. And again, our official having to hold back Nakamura, and Owens comes in the ring and Nakamura kicks him right in the mush. Kevin Owens boot to the midsection and a clubbing shot. And this could be taking Shinsuke Nakamura into waters he has not been before. Because Kevin Owens has clearly come here tonight with a game plan to infuriate and frustrate the United States Champion, and it has done so thus far. But Nakamura, oh, not even a 1 count. But Nakamura has a few taunts of his own, and we saw one just there as Kevin Owens gets dumped in the corner, kicked to the midsection, repeated kicks to the midsection, sends Owens across the ring, and a stiff knee to the gut by the King of Strong Style. And now some vintage Nakamura. And those educated feet of Shinsuke Nakamura doing the damage thus far. And Owens has got to find a way to counter that as he gets laid out and bails out. But Nakamura this time comes after him. Crowd did not like that here in Newark. Again, the cowardly attitude to sneak attack from Kevin Owens. Trying to hide, trying to duck out of the ring, buy himself some time. But Nakamura, fully aware of it, and a knee to the gut again, sends Kevin Owens crumbling to the concrete floor. Referee up to the count of 5. Nakamura aware of that. Don't forget, the champion cannot lose his championship via a countout. Kevin Owens would be wise to remember that as he dumps Shinsuke Nakamura on the outside of the ring. The referee starts the count again, and Nakamura across the barricade, and drop face first. And now Kevin Owens brings Nakamura back into the ring. And a big boot by Kevin Owens, the fraud of America, trying to establish some control. And I will call him that because that is what he is. He tried to deceive the WWE Universe. He knew that Shane McMahon, the new general manager of Monday Night Raw, was busy, preoccupied, and he tried to capitalize on a situation, making the most out of the injury that he created at Survivor Series as Nakamura kicks out, powers out of the pin by KO. Now chinlock, trying to wear down Shinsuke Nakamura, trying to sap the energy out of the undefeated champion. But Nakamura back up to a knee. Now back up to a standing position, breaks the hold, and Nakamura went for the forearm. Kevin Owens wise to it, and a short arm clothesline takes down the United States champion, and Kevin Owens taunts the fans here in Newark. He should be more focused on the task at hand. And now he gets back to the job. Chinlock applied again. Again trying to suck the air out of Shinsuke Nakamura. But for the second time, Shinsuke Nakamura gets to his feet, hits the ropes, and a drop kick takes Kevin Owens down to the mat. And Owens felt that, picked up by Nakamura. Nakamura kicks the back of the leg away, and Owens now being used as a kick bag for Shinsuke Nakamura. And one more right across the forehead. Kevin Owens has not found a way thus far to nullify the kicks and knees of Shinsuke Nakamura, and I do appreciate that is easier said than done. Nakamura and Kevin Owens in a precarious position, and a knee to the gut, and that could have broke a rib, and some payback for the King of Strong Style. A pin, 1, 2. Nakamura only gets a 2, but what better way to get payback on Kevin Owens for that attack at Survivor Series than by defeating Kevin Owens here tonight at Backlash. And the title of this pay-per-view is very timely. A Backlash from Survivor Series. Plenty of those on the cards this evening. One notable mention, Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe, after Samoa Joe cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, but to no success. That is still to come later tonight. But a pin, 1, 2. Nakamura kicks out at 2. And Kevin Owens is gradually creeping his way bit by bit into this match. It's taken some time, the mind games beginning to pay off as he picks up Nakamura. And the headlock and a punch to the face stuns Nakamura momentarily, but Nakamura breaks the hold. And Nakamura went for the forearm, blocked by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens with a shot, and another. Went for the third, but Nakamura puts the brakes on. And Nakamura ties up and takes up and down Kevin Owens gut first into the mat. And the King of Strong Style is looking to end this one right now. Kevin Owens. Very wise this time, I cannot complain. That he ducked out the ring to evade the Kinshasa. And Nakamura, walked straight into danger. Pop up, no! 1, 2, what a reversal. From the pop-up powerbomb, Kevin Owens thought he'd suckered Nakamura in. Went for it, but the knees again from Shinsuke Nakamura, proving vital to counter the pop-up powerbomb. And now, the exploder from Shinsuke Nakamura. Kevin Owens has evaded the Kinshasa once. Can he do it again? Here comes Nakamura, super kick on the jaw. 1, 2, shoulder up at 2. Shinsuke Nakamura was able to roll the shoulder up, but Kevin Owens heads to the top rope. Frog splash, he missed. But Kevin Owens trying to stay on top here. 1, 2, no! 1, 2, 3, Nakamura has defeated Kevin Owens. Well, here you see it, Kevin Owens went for the pop-up powerbomb, but check this reversal out. The double knee nearly caught Kevin Owens out. And Nakamura went for the Kinshasa, ran straight into a super kick from Kevin Owens, a near fall, and Owens came very close. But then this, Kevin Owens with the roll through, believing he had victory, but Nakamura reversed, turning victory for Kevin Owens into defeat. Shinsuke Nakamura retains here tonight at Backlash and puts beyond doubt any question of who the true United States champion is. Up next, the unstoppable women's champion Nia Jax faces her toughest challenge to date as she puts her championship on the line against Charlotte. Can the champion survive the figure 8? And will the dominant reign continue? Welcome back to WWE Backlash as Charlotte Flair makes her way to the ring. The daughter of the Nature Boy has set her sights on becoming women's champion, and she gets an opportunity to do so here at Backlash. I caught up with Charlotte earlier today, and she believes she has all the tools equipped to derail the steam train that is Nia Jax, the unstoppable women's champion. So another challenger steps up to face the seemingly unstoppable Nia Jax. Will Charlotte suffer the same fate as everyone else? Nia Jax has defeated every challenger who has stepped in her way. From Becky Lynch to Alexa Bliss to the Glamazon Beth Phoenix, they have all fallen to Nia Jax. Will it be the same tonight for Charlotte Flair, or has Charlotte Flair got into the head of the women's champion? And the mind games continued a couple of weeks ago in the final encounter between these two, when Nia Jax decided to get a good look at her challenger here tonight at Backlash. The two were eyeball to eyeball. However, it did not stop Charlotte Flair from picking up the victory. So both women are very confident here tonight, but only one can walk out Women's Champion. And that's what it's all about. The Women's Championship. As the dominant Women's Champion Nia Jax hands over her championship, and Charlotte Flair takes a good look. And Charlotte has the pedigree to defeat Nia Jax, but will she be able to do so? So here we go, Women's Championship on the line. And Nia Jax driving Charlotte Flair face first into the canvas. An aggressive start by the Women's Champion, whose championship is under threat, but you wouldn't think so after she just launched Charlotte Flair 3/4 of the way across the ring. Charlotte hits the ropes and gets taken down with an elbow right to the jaw. And Charlotte will have to try and use her speed and quickness, and also her technical ability to try and stop Nia Jax, to apply that figure 8. If she can get the bridge and bridge up, we could crown a new Women's Champion. However, Nia Jax is not looking to let her do so, forcing back Charlotte Flair into the corner and the shoulders to the midsection. Charlotte with a boot stifles the champion for a moment, and those trademark chops from the Flair family, and now drives the knee into the face of the champion. At our last pay-per-view Survivor Series, Nia Jax took on the Glamazon Beth Phoenix, who believed that she could stand toe-to-toe with Nia Jax in terms of power and strength, and she did so for the majority. But then a Samoan drop changed everything, and Nia Jax left Survivor Series victorious. Beth Phoenix threw the kitchen sink at Nia Jax. Even a glam slam to the concrete floor could not derail the steam train that is our Women's Champion. As Charlotte again goes for the trademark chops, but Jax stops her in her tracks. And drives the elbow into the lower back of the challenger, and again forces the pin. 1. Just a 1 count. A confident start by the Women's Champion. Picks up Charlotte. Oh, and just shoves her over like she's nothing. And Nia Jax making it clear that she is the power player in the women's division. And now submission applied. And I'm sure going into this match, it would have been Charlotte's vision that she would be wearing down the Women's Champion, trying to soften her up for that figure 8. But it has not gone her way thus far. In fact, it has been all the champion. But Charlotte Flair breaks the hold, trying to force back Nia Jax, but Jax stops her once again, sends Charlotte into the corner, and just squashes Charlotte Flair, and that hurt. And you see Charlotte writhing in pain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, goodness me. 1, 2. And somehow Charlotte kicks out at 2. But it could be the beginning of the end for the challenger. Nia Jax was looking for that Samoan drop, and if she had hit that, it would have been over. But instead, Charlotte Flair finally gets an opportunity to work the leg. And a chop block takes down the champion. It has taken some time, but Charlotte is now in this match. Boot to the midsection. Natural selection. Pinner. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh! And Nia Jax gets the shoulder up at the very last moment. But now, Nia Jax is in the domain of Charlotte Flair, grounded and nowhere to go. And Charlotte begins to pick apart the champion, working the leg to soften her up for that figure 8. This is not the place that Nia Jax wants to be in, and Nia Jax breaks free, fully aware of the danger of being grounded. And a shoulder tackle puts down Charlotte Flair, bringing her back up to her feet quickly. Nia Jax showing some urgency now, and takes up and down goes Charlotte Flair, dumped. Oh, and the elbow right into the heart of Charlotte Flair. And what is Nia Jax thinking about here? Oh! Charlotte Flair one step ahead. And now Charlotte heads to the top rope. Cross body to the outside. Oh! And Charlotte Flair showing that cockiness, that arrogance, much like her father, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Nia Jax, the champion, slow to get to her feet. And Charlotte is gaining in confidence, lining up the champion, who turns around and gets a face full of boot from the challenger. And Nia Jax trying to crawl her way to safety, but there's nowhere to go. And Charlotte with the figure 4, the figure 4 applied. Can she bridge up? She can. The figure 4 is now the figure 8. And the pressure is on the champion. Immense pressure. Can she hold on? No. She taps out. And we have a new women's champion at Backlash. And this was how it all unfolded. Nia Jax was dominant in the early stages of this matchup. A near fall from the champion. However, Charlotte Flair hang tough, weathered the storm, and when the moment was right, she hit the natural selection. And that for me was the moment changer in the match, because after this, it enabled Charlotte Flair to work the leg and keep Nia Jax grounded. And that, of course, opened an opportunity for the figure 4. But could she secure the figure 8? The bridge, putting all the pressure, the torque, on the knee of Nia Jax. And Nia Jax was forced to tap out. Charlotte Flair is the new women's champion, and the seemingly unstoppable has been stopped. Nia Jax has been defeated here at Backlash. And what a moment this is for Charlotte Flair. Congratulations. And the crowd here in Newark, New Jersey, showing Charlotte the appreciation that she well and truly deserves. Ah, what's this? The big dog Roman Reigns showing the war wounds of running into the demon this past week on Raw. A meeting of the minds between 2/3 of the Samoan Empire. A shake of hands, and I wonder what that was all about. Well, moments ago we saw Charlotte become the new women's champion, but will the Intercontinental Championship change hands? Because it's next. The Architect and champion Seth Rollins defends his championship against the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. A new look, but the same attitude for Baron Corbin, who is now focused at becoming the Intercontinental Champion. And Corbin has a great chance, because if you cast your mind back to Unforgiven, the days of the SmackDown brand, these two's path has crossed before, and it was Baron Corbin who was victorious, reversing the curb stomp into an end of days. Corbin believes he has got Seth Rollins' number, and Seth Rollins will be hoping to burn down all hopes that Baron Corbin has of becoming Intercontinental Champion. But Corbin does have that win advantage. Will that play on the mind of the Intercontinental Champion? And let's not forget the ongoing issues with the knee of Seth Rollins, a target point from the former glorious Intercontinental Champion Bobby Roode. Will Baron Corbin target the knee here tonight? Well, 100% or not, Seth Rollins is a fighting champion, and it is time to... And what a reception Seth Rollins is receiving from the fans here in Newark, New Jersey. Rollins said he will take on all challengers, and now he goes up against a challenger who he has met before in the Lone Wolf. A tough opponent here tonight, and a very different opponent for the Intercontinental Champion, who comes off of the back of that rivalry with Bobby Roode. Baron Corbin had been thinking about his next target, and it was soon apparent that it was Seth Rollins. The man who ended the days of The Undertaker all the way back at WrestleMania. We have not heard or seen The Undertaker since that attack after their match at WrestleMania. Now wants Intercontinental Championship gold. And usually, when Baron Corbin sets his mind to something, he gets it. But Seth Rollins lays down for nobody. Just ask Bobby Roode. So here we go. The fourth championship defense of the night. We saw the Tag Team Championship defended on the Backlash kickoff show. We've seen Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship. And moments ago, we crowned a new women's champion in Charlotte Flair. Are we going to see another title change here this evening? Baron Corbin looks focused. The champion is ready. And Corbin mouthing something to Seth Rollins. Oh, Baron Corbin that attitude never changes, and Seth Rollins decides to go to work. Knee to the face, forcing back the challenger, and Corbin rocked into the corner, but now Corbin reverses and drives the elbow into the gut, and then launches Seth Rollins across the ring. Corbin, the bigger man, the stronger man, but it was that ingenious reversal back at Unforgiven, reversing the curb stomp into the end of days, and Seth Rollins will be fully aware that Corbin has that in his locker. But Baron Corbin dumped to the outside, and Seth Rollins is thinking about something early here. Oh! Seth Rollins was looking for the suicide dive. Maybe went for it too soon. And Corbin just knocked Seth Rollins' head off as he went to dive through the middle rope. Baron Corbin dumps Seth Rollins into the corner. Just slowing it down is Corbin, getting it to the pace that he wants so he can control this match. Oh, and a stiff, aggressive knee right into the face. And Corbin is all full of praise for himself this evening, happy with his work thus far. And ties up with Seth, knee to the face. But Rollins counters, and Rollins with a forearm, trying to force back Baron Corbin. You see a red mark on the face of Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, submission applied, and oh well, I talked about the knee, and Corbin already seems to be focusing upon it, and Rollins is writhing in pain, and this could be troublesome. But Rollins manages to break the hold. We have already seen one champion tap out tonight. Baron Corbin has clearly done his homework. And again, back to the knee. And this does not vote well for the champion, Seth Rollins. Bobby Roode focused on the knee every single chance he had, and Corbin has picked up where Roode left off. It is a vulnerable spot for the Intercontinental Champion, and once again he's going to have to protect that knee if he's going to survive this championship defense tonight. Big boot from Baron Corbin, but Seth Rollins kicks out, and Corbin as calculated as ever, just thinking about the situation at the moment, taking his time, and brings Rollins to his feet. Just knocks the stuffing out of the Intercontinental Champion. This is the pace that Corbin wants. He doesn't want to let Seth Rollins go through the gears, and sends Rollins up over the top rope to the outside. Kick to the midsection. Corbin dumping the champion against the barricade. He can't win the championship via a count out, but he can certainly increase the damage. And our official up to the count of 4, and Baron Corbin brings Seth Rollins back into the ring, and Corbin goes for the knee again, but Rollins breaks the clutches of the Lone Wolf. Corbin cuts down Seth Rollins, and now this time picks up the knee again, and oh, look at this. Look at the strength of Corbin and all that focus, trying to bend the knee in ways a knee is not supposed to bend. And Rollins is writhing in pain, and the referee asking the question, and I can see the concern on our official's face. But Seth Rollins would rather fight his way free than give up. And Rollins comes forward into Guri. And now sends the challenger off the ropes. Rollins, high knee on the jaw. I would have gone for the pin there if I was Seth, because Corbin was clearly stunned. But Rollins, now going through the gears. Buckle bomb to the challenger. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Corbin, shoulder up. And Rollins questioning the referee. Maybe a sign that he wants to get this over and done with. And there is concern about that knee. And Corbin sent off the ropes, but stops Seth Rollins, and a huge clothesline rattles the champion. 1, 2, and Seth kicks out at 2. Corbin holding his head, but fights with aggression does Baron Corbin. And the champion down, and Corbin brings him to his feet, only to take him back down to the mat once more. Knee to the midsection, picks up Seth. But Seth finds a way to escape. Inverted DDT. And Seth Rollins picks up Baron Corbin. The ripcord knee strike. 1, 2. Yo! Very close was Seth Rollins. Just able to quickly pick up the pace and unsettle that methodical pace that Baron Corbin has set. But Baron Corbin again went back to the knee. And Rollins looks stunned. And Seth Rollins taken up and down, and 1, 2. Corbin folded up the Intercontinental Champion. But Seth Rollins broke his way free. And again the stomps direct to the knee, the injured knee. And a rake to the eyes. And a clobbering shot. And Rollins, known for his speed and his quickness. But we're not seeing any of that right now. And that is because of the game plan of Baron Corbin. He has nullified the speed and the quickness. Albeit Rollins has managed to pick up the pace on a few occasions. But now that knee is really giving Seth trouble. He's holding that knee. Maybe our official needs to step in, because this could be a career ender for Seth Rollins. The more that knee is picked apart, and we don't want to see that. Rollins fights back. The pride of being Intercontinental Champion showing from Seth Rollins right now, but Baron Corbin stops Rollins. Wow. That was an Owen Wilson moment. Wow. Just when you think that Seth Rollins was going to get back in this match, Corbin cuts him down to size. But Rollins battles forward again, kick to the midsection. Kick to the jaw. And a beauty. And Seth Rollins feeling it from the fans here in Newark. And is it time for the curb stomp? Boot to the midsection. Rollins hits the ropes. Oh, deep 6. 1, 2. Oh! Baron Corbin had it well scouted once again. The curb stomp into the deep 6. Last time it was the end of days. But Seth Rollins with the resilience to kick out at 2. Corbin now just pulling the face and the eyes of Seth Rollins. That mean streak of Baron Corbin. That mean streak that we saw at WrestleMania after his defeat against The Undertaker. And Seth Rollins is battling to try and retain his Intercontinental Championship right now. He's got to fight through the pain threshold. Corbin holds his face and Rollins sees an opportunity. Rollins heads to the top rope. Frog splash. 1, 2. Oh, Corbin. Well, Rollins, I'm sure that frog splash didn't help his knee, but going off of adrenaline right now. And a shot. And this is the best offense that Seth Rollins has had thus far. And sends Baron Corbin 360 over the top rope to the outside. And Corbin climbs his way back up. Suicide dive. Had no time to stop that one. And Rollins is ranting and raving. Oh, come on, what the hell? For God's sake. Seth Rollins was picking up the pace, putting on the pressure of Baron Corbin, the best offense he had in this matchup. And then this. Corbin with the Intercontinental Championship blindsiding the champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this match has been thrown out. Baron Corbin has been disqualified. And oh no. The match is over, but what does Baron Corbin have on his mind? End of days to Seth Rollins. Baron Corbin does not lead Backlash with the Intercontinental Championship, but he has left his mark on the champion. After losing his Money in the Bank cash-in against the Beast, Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe looks to punish the man he blames for that loss, Jeff Hardy. Will the Samoan submission machine choke out the charismatic Enigma, or will it be a severe twist of fate for the Destroyer? Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe is next. Welcome back to Backlash, and for the two men participating in our next matchup here tonight, they will both feel hard done by the result of the Undisputed Championship match at Survivor Series. Both men came within a moment of becoming the new champion. The charismatic Enigma, Jeff Hardy, who was the #1 contender to challenge the Beast at Survivor Series, climbed the ladder, delivering a swanton bomb to Brock Lesnar on the outside of the ring, and the champion looked all but done. Then Samoa Joe striked, and the Samoan submission machine cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase and applied the Coquina clutch to the champion. But that move was broken via a Swanton bomb from Jeff Hardy. And it would be the Beast who would conquer once again with a double F5. So albeit Brock Lesnar is no longer undisputed, he is still WWE Champion. Of course, Drew McIntyre, the World Heavyweight Champion, and he will defend that championship later on tonight. But right here, right now, it's a chance to settle the score between these two. Either man could have become WWE Champion at Survivor Series. They both had key opportunities, but both of them got in each other's way. Paul Heyman is adamant that it would not have mattered. Brock Lesnar would have broke the Coquina clutch himself, and Brock Lesnar would have kicked out of the Swanton bomb. I'm not so sure. I think that's open to debate. But we will never know. Brock Lesnar still WWE Champion, and these two men now look to get back into the championship fold. A very concentrated look on both men. And there is certainly some bad blood between the two. And Jeff Hardy trying to get the fans behind him here in Newark, New Jersey. And Samoa Joe could care less as they tie up, and Joe works the arm. And a shoulder to the arm of Jeff Hardy. And again, trying to soften up the charismatic Enigma, and relinquishes the hold. And they tie up again. And Hardy now with the headlock. And Samoa Joe forcing back, and the boos here for Samoa Joe. Not the fan favourite at all, but again, I reiterate, he could care less. What he does care about is becoming a champion here. Whether it be WWE Champion or now another opportunity, World Heavyweight Champion. Samoa Joe had the golden ticket with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But thanks to Jeff Hardy, he was unsuccessful. And Hardy just taking a moment here to regroup and have a little think about things. And now Hardy comes back into the ring. And they tie up again. A tactical affair to start off this match. Oh, and a cheap shot from Samoa Joe. And Joe with a knee. And these two have brawled multiple weeks on Monday Night Raw. And finally, they get it on in the ring. And Samoa Joe hits the ropes. Oh, deceptively quick is Samoa Joe. And picks up Jeff Hardy. Now drags Hardy across the ring. And sends Jeff Hardy to the outside. A stiff kick to the head. And the referee lays the countdown. This match is not no disqualification. Like the match at Survivor Series, which Jeff Hardy had, enabling him to take things to the extreme. You'll have to be a lot more careful here tonight, unless the referee is going to give some leeway, and it appears he may do so. As Samoa Joe's head bounces off the steel steps, referee up to the count of 6, and Hardy, again, getting the crowd going. And a springboard crossbody from the charismatic Enigma. And the fans here in Newark enjoyed that. And Jeff Hardy heads back in the ring to break the count of our official. And in doing so, gave Samoa Joe an opportunity, and he seized upon it. Samoa Joe sweeping the leg away from Jeff Hardy. 1, 2, And Hardy kicks out at 2. Samoa Joe picks up Jeff Hardy. And this time drags him to the corner. Sharp jab, followed by another. And here comes Joe. Oh, what a combination. And Joe aggressively forces the pin. But only a 2 count. And now Joe sounds off to our official, giving him a piece of his mind. And Joe went for the jab again, but Hardy was fully aware of it. And Hardy sends Joe off the ropes, and Joe claps back. Jeff Hardy knee to the face as well. And up and down with a power slam from Samoa Joe. And the Destroyer is not messing around tonight. He wants to get this over and done with and show his dominance to get back in the championship fold. Headbutt from Samoa Joe. And I'm sure that Jeff Hardy's body is still battered and bruised from last month's pay-per-view. He put it all on the line against Brock Lesnar. And Hardy, clothesline, atomic drop, and oh, goodness me. 1, 2, and Joe kicks out at 2. Much like at Survivor Series, Jeff Hardy showing no fear against the bigger opponent. Joe gets to his feet, boot to the midsection. And a jaw jacker from Jeff Hardy. And Hardy now heading up for a high risk. Crowd on their feet. No! Jeff Hardy went for the swanton. Oh! Coquina clutch. The Coquina clutch. And Samoa Joe trying to choke the life out of Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy finds a way to escape, and Samoa Joe all tangled up in the ropes. And that gave Jeff a moment to catch his breath. And a forearm shot takes down Samoa Joe, but the warning sign was there. It only takes one mistake for Joe to apply the Coquina clutch. Forearm shot from Joe. Forcing back Jeff Hardy. Hardy, whisper in the wind. Unbelievable from Jeff Hardy. And an elbow to the jaw of Samoa Joe. What's Hardy looking for here? Oh, he's going for that submission that we saw on Raw. Trying to hyperextend the elbow of Samoa Joe. Oh, but Joe uses his knees to escape. And Hardy goes for the twist of fate. But Joe breaks that too. Oh! And Samoa Joe drives Jeff Hardy down into the mat, but I talked about how quick Joe was to capitalize with the Coquina clutch, but the same could be said about Jeff Hardy and his submission maneuver. Oh, but Samoa Joe with the straight jacket suplex and looks like he's ready to pounce. Oh, Coquina clutch for the second time in this match. And now the legs are locked and Jeff Hardy has nowhere to go. And Jeff Hardy's eyes are beginning to roll. Is Jeff Hardy fading? A long way from the ropes. And that arm under the chin choking the life out of Jeff Hardy. Oh God. Jeff Hardy forced to tap out before he's choked out. Samoa Joe defeats Jeff Hardy. The charismatic Enigma again put his body on the line. The whisper in the wind. Then we saw this. The submission maneuver from Jeff Hardy. A new part of his arsenal. But it wasn't enough. Samoa Joe with the Coquina clutch. And once you're in this position with the legs locked, you either tap out or you get choked out. And Jeff Hardy was forced to submit. Samoa Joe defeats Jeff Hardy here at Backlash. And he is certainly a threat to the WWE Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion. Speaking of the World Heavyweight Champion, the New World Order are up in action next, as the unlikely alliance between the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, and the Viper, Randy Orton, continues as they come together to defeat a common enemy, the Outsiders in Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Welcome back to Backlash, and I hope you're all enjoying the show thus far, and if you have, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So the unlikely pairing of the Viper Randy Orton and the Monster Among Men Braun Strowman continues tonight here at Backlash. And it didn't exactly go to plan last week on Raw when these two came together to take on the Kings of Wrestling. With thanks to the New World Order, the Outsiders giving the distraction, the Monster Among Men was pinned by Cassius Ohno. Not exactly the best of starts for a tag team that has to go up against the veterans of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash of the New World Order. However, has this match been timely placed by our general manager Shane McMahon, who will special guest referee the World Heavyweight Championship match between Drew McIntyre of the New World Order and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Because we all know that the NWO hunt him packs. But Braun Strowman and Randy Orton could put a stop to that. And after last week on Monday Night Raw, where Braun Strowman was left irate after being pinned by Cassius Ohno of the Kings of Wrestling, thanks to the interference of the New World Order, I have a feeling that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are going to get these hands. Strowman doesn't play well with others, but Braun Strowman and the Viper, Randy Orton, have a common understanding to take out the NWO before they take over. As the black and the white of the NWO descends here in Newark, New Jersey, and the Outsiders make their way to the ring. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were instrumental in making sure Shane McMahon would regain control. But little did we know that a deal had already been made with Drew McIntyre to turn their back on Shane McMahon once control had been established. Now the New World Order has a bargaining chip, and that bargaining chip is the World Heavyweight Championship. Shane McMahon made it perfectly clear that the services of the New World Order was done. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were required no more. But Drew McIntyre has other plans. But those plans could easily fall apart before our very eyes here at Backlash. So here we go, tag team action, and Scott Hall, just threw his toothpick at Randy Orton. That's a great way to get acquainted once again. Now Scott Hall, a veteran of the ring, but Randy Orton just as wily, and Orton not in the best of moods, nor will Braun Strowman be after being costed that match on Monday Night Raw. Sharp knee from one half of the Outsiders. And the tag team advantage will certainly go to Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. These two have been friends for years and have a common understanding, whereas Braun Strowman and the Viper, well, we just gotta hope they don't combust. And now the muscle of the New World Order is in. Big sexy Kevin Nash. And how can anybody forget the match that Kevin Nash had at Hell in a Cell inside the steel structure against the former COO of the WWE, Triple H. Triple H, no more surplus to requirements. Now Shane McMahon is in control. But Shane McMahon no longer affiliated with the New World Order. They had served their purpose, but they are still here thanks to Drew McIntyre. And Kevin Nash just picks up Randy Orton by skull. Now clubbing shot to the midsection, and another one. This is great tag team work by the Outsiders, but I didn't expect anything less. We knew these two would be able to work together very well. It was questions around whether Randy Orton and Braun Strowman can coexist. And Braun Strowman wants in, he wants the tag. The monster among men extending the hand, but Randy Orton is a long way from home. The New World Order have cut the ring off precisely, and at the moment are picking apart the Viper. Scott Hall lefts and rights, and Orton hits the deck one more time. And Scott Hall has a look at Braun Strowman and thinks otherwise. For a moment I thought Hall was going to take a cheap shot, but he's smarter than he looks. Scott Hall taken down momentarily. Randy Orton quickly, and a neck breaker, and both men are down, and the crowd getting behind Randy Orton. They want the tag, and the Outsiders now looking a little bit more desperate. Tag is made to Kevin Nash, but the tag is made to Braun Strowman. Oh my! Two monsters about to collide. Look at the look in Braun Strowman's eyes. Here comes Strowman, and he bulldozes through Kevin Nash. Nash sent to the corner. Strowman stalking the biggest man of the New World Order. And now driving the shoulder into the gut, and a clubbing shot across the back of the neck. And Scott Hall gets back up on the ring apron and gets blasted off for his troubles. Strowman is in no mood tonight. Kevin Nash, Kevin Nash capitalized on Braun Strowman being distracted by Scott Hall. And that one split second allowed the Outsiders to get back in control, tying up with Braun Strowman. Hall back up on the apron, but Strowman just shoved Kevin Nash down. And Nash, well, Nash looks like he needs to clear the cobwebs. And Strowman stepped back and walked into danger. And you do not want to get near the corner of the Outsiders. They will use every trick in the book to score the victory tonight. And again, you've got to give credit to the New World Order. That was smart. Saw an opportunity. And now Nash picks up Strowman. Scott Hall looking out for his tag partner. And it was precisely what the New World Order needed. Kevin Nash takes down Braun Strowman, and Strowman looking to crawl, but he's only going to crawl into the corner of the black and the white. Elbow to the back of the neck. Elbow to the face, and Strowman stumbles back into the corner of the Outsiders, and a tag is made. A double axe handle, double team maneuver. And any time the NWO get that control, they work together. Something that hasn't really been the case with the unlikely pairing of Braun Strowman and Randy Orton. It's just really been singles offense from those two. Braun Strowman. Oh! Scott Hall was looking for the choke slam, and Strowman used all his weight to reverse it, and now takes up Scott Hall and dumps him down on his face. Oh, and Strowman exchanges words with Kevin Nash, and that's enough talking. Braun Strowman is done talking, done listening to the New World Order, and sends Kevin Nash crashing off the ring apron. And now Scott Hall is all alone with the Monster and the Viper, and this crowd are chanting for an RKO. Are we gonna see it? Randy Orton tagged in, and Randy Orton wants to give the fans of Newark, New Jersey an RKO! 1, 2, 3, and the New World Order have been defeated. Braun Strowman was in no mood to mess around. All business was the Monster among men. And Kevin Nash dumped on the outside, and that left an opportunity for the Viper to strike. An RKO for the 1, 2, 3. Oh my. And Randy Orton celebrating with the fans, but Braun Strowman looks like he's not done. Oh God. Oh! And Randy Orton says pick him up, and Braun Strowman doesn't have to be asked twice. Running power slam by the Monster among men. And I'm sure Shane McMahon is looking on with a big smile on his face, because the damage has been done. Scott Hall will be in no condition to come to the aid of Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Nash wants a bit more of Braun Strowman. And Strowman brings Kevin Nash into the ring the hard way. Oh! Running power slam. A monstrous response from the Viper, Randy Orton, and the monster among men, Braun Strowman. The outsiders have been taken out. Earlier tonight, we had our first tag team match on the Backlash kickoff show, where the American Alpha took on the Kings of Wrestling for the Tag Team Championship. You can check out all the action on my YouTube channel from the Backlash kickoff show via the link in the description box below. You do not want to miss it. But up next, we have already seen the New World Order suffer one defeat tonight, but the stakes are even higher. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line as champion Drew McIntyre defends his championship against the phenomenal AJ Styles. And the special guest referee is General Manager Shane McMahon.
I will be an impartial referee. I will call this match right down the middle, and I will not get involved unless I have to. I don't trust anybody, let alone a McMahon.
I walk around, I see no fire, no ambition. Trust me when I tell you, the times are a-changing. I'm not what WWE wants. I am the wake-up call and reality check this place desperately needs. This is what a superstar looks like.
I am the elite, I am the greatest, I am the phenomenal AJ Styles.
I will call this match right down the middle, and I will not get involved unless I have to. Do not give me a reason to get involved.
So I guess the big question is, going into this match, is can Shane McMahon be impartial? Can he call this one right down the middle as the special guest referee? It's hard to see it with his relationship with World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre. The champion and general manager do not see eye to eye after Shane McMahon gave Drew McIntyre the World Heavyweight Championship. But that relationship came to a bitter end courtesy of a future shock DDT. And while being out on the sidelines recovering from that DDT, Shane McMahon saw the rivalry between the club and the New World Order ignite, which has led to AJ Styles challenging World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre to this championship match here at Backlash. And the Phenomenal One will be even more confident after seeing what went down moments ago with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash being picked apart by the Viper Randy Orton and the Monster Among Men Braun Strowman. That could be a bad omen for Drew McIntyre tonight. It surely has to dent the confidence of the champion. And AJ Styles looks nothing but confident. And a great reception from the crowd here in Newark, New Jersey for the Phenomenal One. So we just await the arrival of the champion, and I'm sure somewhere WWE champion Brock Lesnar is watching. Drew McIntyre claims that he is the champion that this company deserves, and big changes need to be made. That is why the New World Order is here. And you see on the championship the spray paint of the NWO. Drew McIntyre classes this championship as the NWO World Heavyweight Championship, and he's just one step closer to him and the Outsiders taking over. A smart man is Drew McIntyre. He manipulated the entire situation of Shane McMahon wanting to regain control and orchestrated it so he would become world champion and have a bargaining chip over the power of this company. And that's what it's all about, the World Heavyweight Championship. And the challenger is ready, and so is the champion. And special guest referee Shane McMahon signals for the bell, and AJ Styles says, let's get things going. And Drew McIntyre takes a moment, still looking very chilled considering what happened moments ago, and AJ Styles got tired of waiting. Shane McMahon wearing the black and the white, a very different black and the white of the New World Order, this time a referee shirt, as Styles dumps McIntyre into the corner, a chop to the chest, a third one, and then puts the boots to the World Heavyweight Champion of the New World Order. And Shane McMahon letting it go a bit here. Knee to the face by AJ Styles. Drew McIntyre puts the brakes on, boot to the midsection, Luther's press, and begins to unload. Does the champion. And Shane McMahon not questioning the clenched fist either, so letting it go 50-50 at the moment. So I like that. Impartial is Shane McMahon, and Styles takes a look at Shane McMahon, just checking out the situation. Can AJ Styles trust Shane McMahon after that relationship with Drew McIntyre? AJ Styles with a phenomenal forearm to the outside. And Drew McIntyre hurt on the outside, and Shane McMahon says, get it in the ring. Bring it back into the ring. And the count now begins to be laid down by Shane McMahon. Up to the count of 2, and again, the official giving some leeway. Shane says, come on, get it in the ring. Oh. And these two keeping an eye on the official, and in doing so, it allows an opening. Referee up to the count of 5. And AJ grabs Drew McIntyre and sends him face first into the ring apron, and we're up to 7, 8 now. They need to get it back in the ring. AJ can't win via a count out, the count of 9. And AJ beats the count. And McIntyre launches AJ across the ring. Sends Styles off the ropes. Shoulder tackle, and Shane McMahon keeping an eye on the action as they tie up again. Elbow to the back of the neck. Forcing back the challenger. Oh, a headbutt. Aggressive headbutt by Drew McIntyre, and Styles begins to unload on the champion once again. These two not holding back in the early stages, and a backbreaker by the Phenomenal One. And let's not forget, Shane McMahon gave Drew McIntyre the World Heavyweight Championship. He gave it to him, only to have Drew McIntyre stab him in the back. It's very clear, Drew McIntyre manipulated the situation with Shane McMahon and the New World Order to benefit himself. And he has done just that, and he's found himself in a tremendous position here in the company. Oh, and a stare down between the general manager and the World Heavyweight Champion. Drew McIntyre clearly does not trust that Shane McMahon can be impartial, but we saw the same from AJ Styles as well. He took a good look. And McIntyre sends Styles. Oh! AJ Styles thought he was going to get away, and McIntyre caught him and begins to open up on AJ Styles. Again, referee Shane McMahon. Oh, now Shane McMahon. Oh, and again it's heated. These two eyeball to eyeball, but McIntyre goes back to focusing on the challenger. Big punches from the champion, picks up AJ. Wow. Absolutely. Pin. 1, 2. And Styles gets the shoulder up, and Drew McIntyre complains about the count. Didn't see nothing wrong with that. Perfectly fine count from our official. And Shane McMahon at the moment has called it down the middle. But again, McIntyre gives him a look of disdain on the face of the World Heavyweight Champion. He did not expect this to be his first championship defense. And Drew McIntyre, again running his mouth, saying to him, I'm the champion. I'm the man of this company. And he pins him. Oh, and Styles puts his foot on the rope. And McIntyre doesn't look happy about that call either. And Shane McMahon says, no, I'm the official. Do not put your hands on me. It's a combustible feeling here in Newark. In this World Heavyweight Championship match, the tension is rising. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. And all that arguing has allowed AJ Styles back into this match, a brain buster. And Styles bringing the crowd back into this. A sharp elbow to the forehead by AJ Styles to McIntyre. Forearm shot. Went for another one. Reversed. Blocked by the champion. Champion drives the knee into the back of the head. And McIntyre now with the submission move, trying to wear down AJ Styles. Keep AJ Styles away from using his speed and his quickness. That's what he needs to do. But it's easier said than done. AJ Styles back to his feet. Knife edge chop. And another one. And Shane McMahon has let this one go thus far. Hasn't really got involved. He's had to exchange words with Drew McIntyre on many occasions, but that has been McIntyre's doing, not McMahon's. And a basement dropkick into the corner, right in the face of Drew McIntyre. McIntyre back up. Oh, big boot. Sends down the challenger. And McIntyre enjoyed that. And now again, clenched fist. McMahon lets it go. He just says, get on with it. Now AJ Styles back and forth. 50-50 contest. And Styles hits the rope. And Styles drives the knee into the face of the champion. And both men flying solo right now. No club, no outsiders. Just a one-on-one contest. And Styles has a look at McMahon. Making sure, I mean, it's very difficult to trust someone like Shane McMahon, who turned his back on everybody when he sided with the New World Order. But he had his reasons, and Styles was looking for the Styles Clash. But McIntyre powered out of it. So both men have their reasons to question the special guest referee. As AJ gets back up. Big shot from AJ Styles. Takes up and drives the knee into the back of the neck. And a pin from AJ. Oh, and a 2. McIntyre able to kick out. And AJ questioned the count, but again I think it was very fair. And AJ heads to the top. And McIntyre gets to his feet. Drew McIntyre back up. What's McIntyre looking for? Oh, AJ Styles counters it. Hurricane Rana from the top rope. A beautiful reversal from the challenger. Just when McIntyre thought he had him right where he wanted him. And Styles, went for the 450 and then turns around and walks straight into a headbutt from McIntyre. And Styles kicks out. Is Drew McIntyre kidding me? That was a fair count. That's right. Eyeball to eyeball, and again taking his eye off of the challenger. And the calf crusher is applied. Could you imagine if Shane McMahon hears Drew McIntyre submit? McIntyre looking for a way to escape. Shane McMahon asking the question of McIntyre, who's far from the ropes. What is McIntyre gonna do? Styles cranking up the pressure. Drew McIntyre, elbow to the back of the neck. Finds a way to break free. And Drew McIntyre managed to break the calf crusher, but the damage could be done. And again, Shane McMahon, very fair throughout. McIntyre takes up Styles, perches him up on that top rope, but Styles again kicks away the champion. Springboard, oh no! A phenomenal mistake. And McIntyre went for the future shock DDT. Styles countered it. AJ Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, and McIntyre got out the way and accidentally hit Shane McMahon with the forearm. And Shane McMahon is on the outside of the ring trying to recover. Let's hope he can get back in this match, because currently we have no official. And AJ Styles is down, and where is Drew McIntyre going? Hold on a minute, what's he looking for? Oh God. Drew McIntyre has a steel chair. And Shane McMahon, the special guest referee, still on the outside. Oh, no. AJ Styles stopped the chair shot of Drew McIntyre. McIntyre gets out the way. Claymore kick. Hooks the leg, but there is no official to count the 3. Shane McMahon now only just recovering from that accidental phenomenal forearm from AJ Styles. Here comes Shane. 1, 2. Oh, and Styles kicks out at 2. And Drew McIntyre again questions the count of Shane McMahon. I have no idea what he's complaining about. Shane got in there as quickly as he could. And now McIntyre dragging Styles to the corner. And a chop and another chop. And oh, wait a minute. Oh my. Shane McMahon has just noticed that steel chair that Drew McIntyre brought into the ring. Well, hold on. Does Shane McMahon think that Drew McIntyre used that chair? Well, he tried to, but he was unsuccessful. But I don't think that stopped Shane McMahon thinking he did. Oh, come on! McIntyre. Oh, no! Drew McIntyre pushed the buttons of Shane McMahon, and Shane McMahon has made a catastrophic error. Shane McMahon just struck AJ Styles with the steel chair, and now future shock DDT. Look at Shane's face. He is forced to count it. And Drew McIntyre retains the World Heavyweight Championship. And Shane McMahon can't believe what has just unfolded. I don't even think Shane can stand to be out here anymore. Well, this is what happened. Drew McIntyre goaded Shane McMahon, and Shane McMahon unfortunately responded and accidentally clocked AJ Styles with that steel chair, which led to this. The Future Shock DDT from Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre retains the World Heavyweight Championship. And you could say, with help from Shane McMahon and AJ Styles, officials trying to help him from the ring. He doesn't want a hand from anybody. And you would have thought Shane McMahon would be here to lend a hand after the mistake that he made, costing AJ Styles the match, which enabled Drew McIntyre to retain and is still your World Heavyweight Champion. A shocking turn of events in where Drew McIntyre retains the World Heavyweight Championship. But now it is time for your main event, and the Demon has risen to reignite an old rivalry with the big dog, Roman Reigns. And let's just take a look at these two and their storied past. Welcome back to Backlash, and it is time for your main event as the big dog Roman Reigns makes his way to the ring. And conspicuous by their absence, the Usos, in which I'm being told that Roman Reigns has indeed requested the Usos not to attend him to ringside tonight. Roman Reigns wants to go it alone against the Demon, the same Demon that this past Monday delivered a double coup de grace, and you see the damage that was done. Roman Reigns strapped up and ready to go tonight, but how much did that take out of the big dog? Reigns looking focused as ever, and a controversial response as per usual from the WWE Universe when it comes to Roman Reigns. The Samoan Empire has been on a victorious path as of late, a clean sweep at Survivor Series, but Roman Reigns cannot wash away or rid himself of his storied history with Finn Balor. And again, it comes to a head at a timely named pay-per-view in Backlash. Finn Balor going to that place. A place where he goes when he wants to take things to a whole different level. We saw the Demon this past Monday, and he was as impressive as ever. 2 coup de grace to Roman Reigns, and once again tonight the Demon has risen. And there he is, the war paint of the Demon. Finn Balor has arrived in Newark, New Jersey, to challenge the throne of the Roman Empire. And these two know each other very well. Finn Balor defeated Roman Reigns on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. And the Demon has only ever been defeated once, when Finn Balor has donned the war paint. And that was to Brock Lesnar at WWE Battleground. And the last time we saw the Demon at a WWE pay-per-view was at SummerSlam, where he faced the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. And on that night, the Demon was victorious. Roman Reigns has scored a victory over Finn Balor, but that was in a non-title match when Finn Balor was Universal Champion. No titles on the line tonight. Just a storied past which needs to be settled once and for all. And what better night to do it than tonight here at WWE Backlash. The atmosphere is set, and you just gotta wonder, is Roman Reigns 100%? The heavy strapping across the shoulder, the arm, and the upper chest of the big dog. That's what you get when you try and intimidate and antagonize the Demon. As the lights rise and Finn Balor The Demon is here. Crowd on their feet. Reigns pacing back and forth. And the referee signals for the bell to get our main event underway. And the crowd in Newark erupts for Finn Balor. Reigns just takes a moment. Staying calm and relaxed is the big dog. Big fight feel. Who's going to come out on top? And it's the Demon that forces back Roman Reigns. And we get a clean break. And the Demon feeding off the fans here in Newark. And they tie up again for the second time. And this time a standing switch by the big dog. And a jab to the back. And Reigns, the more powerful of the two, takes down Finn Balor to the mat. And then throws down the Demon. And a big shot by the big dog in his yard. Beginning to unload is Roman Reigns in the corner. And Reigns sends Finn Balor across the ring. And the Demon is up. And the Demon seems unconcerned and unharmed by that initial attack by Roman Reigns. And that will unsettle the big dog quite a bit. Short shots from Finn Balor into the corner. Goes Roman Reigns this time. But Reigns stopped Balor. And Balor dumped headfirst into the corner. And it's Reigns now. Back and forth these two go in the opening stages of our main event. And Reigns again sends Finn Balor back to his corner. But this time, Reigns does not give Finn Balor a moment's respite. And the Demon is having the paint knocked right off of him at the moment. Because Roman Reigns has unloaded and now put in the boots to Finn Balor. And Reigns looks down, takes a look at the damage that he's already done. Maybe a flashback to WrestleMania, where he lost the Universal Championship to the man he's in the ring with right now, the Demon, Finn Balor. Reigns picks up. Finn Balor rocks him with a European uppercut and then sends Finn Balor off the ropes. Went for the Samoan drop, I think, but Balor put the brakes on. And the Demon went for the Irish whip, reversed from Roman Reigns. This time gets the Samoan drop. Second time the charm for Roman Reigns, and just a 1 count. But Reigns has gradually got the control in the opening stages. It was a back and forth contest, but Reigns managed to keep the Demon down and sends Finn Balor over the top rope. We're looking for a suplex. Oh, and Finn Balor stopped that and said, "Not today." Reigns slow to get to his feet. That's why I have to question if he really is 100%. He antagonized the Demon. And he got bit. Oh, missile drop kick. 1. Just the 1 count. There's a nostalgia in the air between these two. That storied rivalry, that past, that history. And it's come back tonight. Balor with the kick and Reigns goes down. What a night it's been thus far. And Finn Balor now stepping it up, taking the pace forward. And the Pele kick caught Roman Reigns right between the eyes, and Finn Balor, knife edge chop, sends him down. Here comes the speed and the drop kick to the side of the head. And you just see again that pace moving quicker from Finn Balor. The Demon able to step it up, but Reigns hits the ropes. Superman punch! Roman Reigns explodes. And the big dog wants to get this over and done with. Here comes Reigns. Oh, shoulder first into the ring post. Reigns went for the spear too soon. And Finn Balor was fully aware of it. He knew that Reigns would go for the spear after the Superman punch, read it, and now flies through the air. An unbelievable exchange between these two in which the Demon has come out on top. Referee begins to lay down the count. And Finn Balor brings back into the ring Roman Reigns. And the big dog is down in his yard. But will he stay down? 2 count. And Balor hits the rope and another basement drop kick. Stifles any sort of comeback from Roman Reigns. And snaps him over. A stiff kick to the back of Roman Reigns too. And maybe now Roman Reigns had wished that he had allowed the Usos to come with him to ringside. But as I say that, Reigns gets himself back into the match, a headbutt, and that'll take the paint right off the Demon's face. In fact it did. A short arm clothesline by the big dog. And you can never count out Roman Reigns. Such an explosive character, but Finn Balor floated over. 1, 2. Oh, and Reigns kicks out at 2. Reigns gets to his feet, turns around, walks straight into a forearm from Finn Balor, and the second one rocks Reigns to the ropes. And the Demon hits the ropes, drop kick to the back of the neck. And you see the all-seeing eye of the Demon keeping a watchful eye on Roman Reigns. Oh, but the eye didn't see that, and Reigns hits the ropes. A spear through the middle rope. An explosive impact move from Roman Reigns sends Finn Balor crashing to the concrete floor. Unbelievable moment. Roman Reigns now belly to belly on the concrete as well. And Reigns trying to soften up Finn Balor, maybe trying to level the injury playing field with Reigns with all that strapping over his upper shoulder and chest area. And he may just have done it. That was an awkward fall from that spear from Roman Reigns, from inside the ring to out. And it hurt the Demon. And now Reigns, knee to the face. And the big dog has the Demon right where he wants him, and he taunts the fans here in Newark, who are firmly behind Finn Balor. And the Demon crawls to the corner. Neither man wants to lose this one. Headbutt, punishing shots from Roman Reigns to Finn Balor. And now Roman Reigns pulls up alongside, drive by. That could do it. 1, 2. Oh, Balor kicks out at 2, but the damage has been done. Finn Balor has not been the same since that spear through the middle rope. And the tank may be empty. And Reigns now an onslaught of clotheslines. Has Finn Balor summoned the demon one too many times? Will Roman Reigns put the demon to rest here tonight? Not sure he'll put him to rest. He may bury him 6 foot deep under this ring, the amount of clotheslines that Finn Balor is having to receive. Look at this. Punishing the demon. Picks up Finn Balor. No more. Goodness me. All 4 corners, he went there one too many times, and an enziguri to the back of the head. The war paint is starting to come off. Are the cracks beginning to appear? The demon says otherwise. He says, come on, get up to Roman Reigns. Missile drop kick. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, and Reigns kicks out. Roman Reigns kicks out at 2, but Finn Balor keeping the pressure on. But Reigns rolls through and escapes. And the big dog is up and takes up and down with a Samoan drop. A second one in this matchup. And Reigns bringing Balor to his feet. Rolls through and picks him up. The power of Roman Reigns. 1, 2. And Balor just about kicks out. And is Roman Reigns getting stronger? He may not summon a demon, but he certainly loves to shut up his critics and silence the doubters. And Roman Reigns looks down at Finn Balor and sees what's underneath the war paint. He says he's just a man. The demon is a myth. And Reigns comes forward, and gets caught with the Pele kick. Took too long, did Roman Reigns. And an inverted DDT. Balor picks up Reigns. Forearm shot, reversal from Reigns. Boot to the midsection. And this time Reigns gets the clothesline. And quickly Reigns picks up Finn Balor. Big punch. Takes him up. An escape by the demon. Sends Reigns off the ropes. Sling blade by Finn Balor. Roman Reigns can't keep the demon down. And Balor now has turned the tables. Superman punch. Well, Finn Balor was looking for that shotgun drop kick, and Reigns again exploded out the corner, and the demon is out on his feet. Sling blade again. Unbelievable. Reigns looked for the spear. Finn Balor this time reversed it. And now, will he hit it? Shotgun drop kick. And Balor heads to the top. Coup de grace. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Finn Balor defeats Roman Reigns. A back and forth contest. It could have gone either way. Here you see the first attempt at the shotgun dropkick denied with a Superman punch. Then Reigns went for the spear, reversed into the sling blade. And then this, Reigns still nursing the injury from the 2, but a third coup de grace to follow up the 2 from Raw. 1, 2, 3. The demon returns, and it is a successful one Finn Balor defeats Roman Reigns and surely puts an end to their storied history once and for all.